But feel free, as always, to make this your practice, your own practice. So we're just kind of here to honor and nurture our bodies and where we need to be today. At any point, if you want to progress by holding a posture a little bit longer, or I don't know, moving a little bit quicker through your vinyasa, you could always lift a leg in your chaturanga. Please feel free to do that. And also know that if something doesn't feel right to you, please don't do it. I'm just honored that you're here to practice with me this morning. So thank you for being here and making this time for yourself on this Easter Monday. So I hope you had a nice weekend and were able to enjoy the sun. My hyacinths are blooming, so it's starting to feel more like spring. Yeah, it's wonderful. All right. It says 11 o'clock. So we'll just take a moment here and bring our feet about hip-width apart. Lift the toes, place them back down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And just kind of begin to find the balance of strength and ease here in Tadasana in mountain pose. If you like, you can close your eyes. Feel free to keep them open. Just whatever feels best to you in this moment. And again, thinking about strength and ease. So we're just going to engage the muscles in the legs. So we really feel connected to our mat, to our space, kind of grounded down. So we can visualize almost like roots coming from our feet, grounding down into the earth. And at the same time, the crown of the head is lifting toward the sky. So as we breathe here, we're going to begin to create space, feeling strong and stable, grounded, and at the same time uplifted. So we can seal the lips and begin to breathe in and out of the nose. Allowing that breath to be nice and full and even. And if we like, we can set an intention for our practice today. Maybe looking to create some joy with our movement. Maybe to relax our mind a little bit and just become present and aware of the rhythm of our breath, the beat of our heart. And then if our eyes are closed, we can allow them to open, keeping the gaze soft. As we inhale, we'll begin to connect our breath with our movement. Reach the fingertips out and up overhead. And exhale, we'll just release them back down to the sides, almost like gently float back down. So feeling light here. We'll do that a few times. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, releasing. Nice job. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll just pause here again in Tadasana. Keep the knees soft, the legs strong. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, release them back and down. We're going to go ahead and reach the hands back behind us. Turn the palms to face each other now, thumbs toward the floor. Inhale. As we exhale, we'll reach the arms up and just kind of sit the hips back and down for our chair pose. Beautiful. Inhale. We're going to press the mat away, reach the arms behind, lift the heart, Exhale, sit back and down for chair pose. Good. 2 more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one here. And we'll pause here in our chair. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, at the same time reaching the fingertips long. Beautiful. We're going to take the knees back behind the toes, maybe sit a little bit lower. Big inhale. Exhale, press the mat away, and we'll take a big swan dive to our forward fold. So softening the knees, first forward fold of our practice this morning. If you like, you can take your hands to the shins. And as you're ready, just allow the hands to travel down toward the toes. Remember, we don't have to touch the toes. Relax the neck so the gaze is kind of back between the knees. And we'll take our hands back to the shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale here. Next inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll find our chair pose. Hips come back and down. Beautiful. Pausing here again. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Take the hands to the mat, and from here, we're going to just gently walk ourselves out to our plank position. So walking the hands out, we can stay here, knees lifted, or always feel free to drop those knees for our kneeling plank. And as we exhale, we'll bend the elbows, keeping them close to the sides of the body. Gently lower the hips down to the mat, and then the low ribs. Inhale, lift the heart, so draw the shoulder blades close together, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, push up and back to child's pose. So we're going to bend the knees, release the sits bones down toward the heels. And just pause here for a moment. So we're just going to warm up the body, create some heat here. Inhale, we'll come back up through our table, curl the toes under, lift the knees, and as we exhale, we'll send the hips high back for our downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment, gently pedal out the feet. And again, just relax, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Our gaze is back toward our toes, so our neck is relaxed. And then soften the knees. We'll inhale, walk the hands back toward the feet. And release into our forward fold. Next, inhale, take the hands to the shins and lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulders together, back and down. Exhale here and inhale. We'll come back to our chair pose, sweeping the fingertips up, hips back and down. Nice job. Beautiful. Draw the shoulders down, maybe sit a little bit lower, weight back in the heels, lift the toes. And exhale, forward fold, lengthen the hamstrings. Inhale again, we'll walk out to our plank pose or come to our kneeling plank. Hands directly under the shoulders, and we'll go ahead, lower ourselves down gently all the way to the mat once again. Turning the tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart, low cobra pose. If we'd like to make this a little bit bigger, we could press into the hands, but the back side of the body is engaged and strong. Exhale, release the chest back down. And again, we'll push up and back to child's pose. Bend the knees, release the sits bones down toward the heels, and round that low back. So it's almost like we're pressing the fingertips away. And again, inhale, we'll come back through our table, curl the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog, hips come nice and high. Pause here again, just pedaling out those feet. And then we'll gently soften the knees, walk the hands back toward the feet, relax here in our forward fold. This time we're going to heel toe our feet mat width apart. And if we'd like, we could take our hands to our opposite elbows, keep the knees soft, and allow the head to hang here. Maybe gently shifting kind of side to side. Release the low spine. We're going to use our breath to create space. And then we'll go ahead, take the hands to the shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale here. Next inhale, we're going to round the back this time. Come all the way up to standing. So our feet are nice and wide. Next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And we're going to turn toward the left, and we're going to kind of come to our half lift here. So we're going to lengthen, keeping the back nice and long, and then just gently release the hands to the left shin. Beautiful. And as we're ready, again, just like we started, we're going to allow the hands to travel down toward the ankle, toward the mat, just releasing the right side body. Let the head be heavy here. And we can stay here. If we'd like to add a spinal rotation, we'll just begin to lift the left fingertips up toward the ceiling. So pressing our right hand maybe into our shin, maybe above the knee, maybe into the ankle. Nice job. Inhale. Exhale. We'll release that hand back down. Take our body back to center, back to that neutral position. Once again, inhale. Take the hands to the shins and half lift. Exhale here and inhale. Round the back. Kind of tuck the pelvis, soften the knees, draw the shoulders up, back and down, and we'll release the shoulders. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and we'll do that second side. So we're just going to turn our belly button toward the right knee, and then we're going to release the hands down, maybe just to the shins. We're just going to kind of pause here. So our back is nice and flat. Nice neutral spine, and then if we'd like, we can, keeping the knees soft, just release a little bit deeper into this fold. So we're kind of spiraling the left rib cage toward the right thigh. And we can stay here. If we like, we can reach the right fingertips out and up toward the ceiling. Nice job. One more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. We'll release that hand back down, coming back to neutral. From here, we're going to heel toe those feet back to hip width apart. Take the hands to the shins once again, half lift. Exhale here. This time we're going to inhale back to our chair pose. Sweep the fingertips up toward the ceiling and then bring the hips back and down. Nice job. Beautiful. Pausing here. If we'd like to practice that balance, maybe we want to come to one tippy toe. We could kind of do this alternating heel lifts, or we could come to both tippy toes. Really strong through the belly. Pause here, inhale, and wherever we're at, we'll just release back to that forward fold. One more time, inhale, we're going to walk ourselves out to our plank pose. And then shift forward just a bit. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Hips connect, low ribs connect, and we're going to come into our low cobra or high cobra or even upward facing dog. Thighs are lifted. Exhale, we'll curl the toes under, this time pressing back to downward facing dog. Pause here. And inhale, we'll lift the right leg lifts. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot between the hands, so always feel free to come down to our hands and knees, and then step the right foot forward. We're going to come to that low lunge position or high lunge, so we're going to lift the left knee here. Feet hip width apart, and we're just going to kind of squeeze our inner thighs toward each other, so we're kind of hugging into the midline. Nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to extend the right leg. So we're going to come into that pyramid pose. So we could take our hands here to our shin or keep them down on the mat. So even though this right leg is extended, there's a little bit of softness in the knee. We're going to breathe into the hamstring here. Inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, soften the right knee. So we're going to bend the right knee, coming back to that low lunge. Next, inhale, sweep the fingertips up toward the ceiling, crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips high, thumbs toward the back wall. Beautiful. Relax a little deeper into this lunge. So we're going to pull the left hip forward and press through the left heel. One more big breath. Reach a little bit higher and exhale. Again, we're going to come to that pyramid. So releasing our hands to our shins or to the mat, we're going to extend the right leg. Beautiful. And we'll do this a couple times, just one breath, one movement. So inhale to crescent lunge. And exhale to pyramid. So as we inhale, the fingertips reach up. We're going to secure the shoulder blades in the back of the heart space, shoulders down, palms face. And then exhale, we'll release the hands down to the shin or to the mat, and then press the left heel down toward the mat too. One more. Inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale to pyramid. Nice job. And then we're going to soften the right knee, but we're keeping the hands on the mat. We're going to just walk the hands in front of the right foot. Take a big inhale here, and as we exhale, we'll lift the left leg high to the sky for standing split. Big opening through that right hamstring. And we're going to relax our gaze down toward our shin or our ankle. And we can pause here, or if we are working on that balance, we could take maybe one hand to the ankle, maybe both hands to the ankle. Relax the neck and focus the gaze. One more big breath. Lift the left leg higher. And as we exhale, we'll release the left leg down to meet the right, back to our forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, take the hands to the shins, half lift. Exhale here, our head was below our heart for a little bit. Next inhale, we're going to come back to chair pose. So sweeping the arms up, hips come back and down. Gently tuck the pelvis underneath, beautiful. Inhale, press the mat away, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. And exhale, we'll take our hands to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Nice job. So we could stay here if we'd like. We could rest in child's pose, or we'll flow through our vinyasa, inhaling to our plank, exhaling, lowering halfway down or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, we'll come up for low cobra pose, upward facing dog. Exhale, return to downward facing dog. So we'll flow through that second side. Inhale, left leg lifts, lift the left leg. And exhale, we'll step the left foot through to the lunge. Again, always that option to work through that table. Whew, nice job. So we're going to just pause here for a moment. Invite that right hip flexor to lengthen. Inhale, and our next exhale, we're going to extend the left leg for our pyramid. So we're going to release the right heel down. Left leg is long. Again, we can take our hands to our shins here. We're going to engage abdominals for that balance, hugging the inner thighs toward each other. And then we'll move through that crescent lunge flow. So as we inhale, we'll reach the fingertips up nice and high. Crescent lunge. And as we exhale, we'll release the fingertips down either to the shin or to the mat. Release the right heel down, extend the left leg, pyramid pose. So this idea of kind of hugging the inner thighs toward each other. Inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale to pyramid. Beautiful. One more like that, just with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And then we're going to come into that standing split. So bend the left knee. We're going to keep the left knee directly over the left ankle. Walk the hands just in front of the left foot. Take a big inhale here. And as we exhale, the right foot becomes light. It lifts up toward the ceiling. And we're just going to pause here. So it doesn't have to be super high. And again, if we like to practice that balance, maybe we want to take one hand to the ankle, maybe the other hand. And we're just going to breathe here. One more big breath. Lift that left leg or right leg higher and exhale. We'll come back to our forward fold. Right foot gently comes down next to the left leg. Inhale, take the hands to the shins, half lift. Exhale, back to our forward fold. Next, inhale, come to chair pose. Sweep the arms up, hips come back and down. Good. And from here, we're going to work into our figure four, our standing figure four. So we're just going to kind of shift our weight to one leg. And we're going to begin to become light on the other foot. So maybe just practicing kind of lifting the toes. If we feel safe and stable here, we could cross the ankle over the knee of the standing leg. And if we want to give our shoulders a break, feel free to bring your hands to heart center, or we can keep the arms uplifted. You look great. Really nice job. Breathe here. Find the strength in your whole body. Nice long spine. Next, inhale, we're going to gently press the mat away. Come to standing challenge to keep that foot lifted. And from here, we're just going to take our hand to the inside of the knee, open the knee out to the side. Nice job. One more big breath here, and then we can release that foot to the thigh or to the shin, coming in for our tree pose. Nice job. So we're going to press the foot into the leg in the foot. Reach the fingertips high if you'd like. Reconnect with your breath here. Beautiful job. One more big inhale and exhale. We'll just bring our hands through that heart center. Release the foot back down. Tadasana. Nice job. How you feel? Kind of soften your knees, shake out your shoulders, relax a moment here. And then we're going to try second side. So as we're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the seat back and down. Nice job. And then we're just going to shift our weight to our opposite leg. Thinking about becoming light on the toes, so maybe just picking up the toes, allowing that other foot to hover. And if we feel strong, safe, and supported, we'll cross the ankle over the knee of the standing leg. Figure four. Again, feel free to give your arms and shoulders a break if you need. You could take your arms out to the side. Just whatever feels best to you. One more big breath here. And then our next inhale, we'll gently press the mat away. Challenge to keep that foot lifted. Lift the knee to waist height. We're going to take our same hand to the inside of the knee. Open the knee out to the side. Good. And then we're going to move into our tree. So the foot comes to the leg comes to the foot. Nice job. Reach high, draw the shoulders down. Beautiful job. One more big breath here. Inhale and exhale. We'll just release to our Tadasana. Nice job. Shake out those legs. And then we'll go ahead, come back to the top of the mat. So knees are soft. From here, we're going to take a big step back with our right foot to our warrior two. So let's reach the hands just directly in front of us. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to turn and open the hips, bend the left knee, drop the shoulders, relax the shoulders so our hands are here at hip height. We're going to really press through the pinky toe side of the right foot. And checking our left knee, if we look, we should be able to see our big toe here. Nice job. And we're just going to move through our peaceful warrior sequence. So we're going to inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand comes underneath the body. Inhale, we'll come back through warrior two. Exhale to extended side angle. Left arm comes under the body. Good. So we'll do this a few times. Inhaling. And exhaling, just moving with your breath. Keeping the bend in the left knee. Finding length in the side body. Staying open in the heart. Nice job. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll go ahead, come back to warrior two. Shoulders come down. Nice job. From here, we're going to extend the left leg and we're going to move into our triangle. So inhale, shift forward. Then we're going to take our left hand to our left shin, reach the right fingertips up toward the ceiling. So as we do so, we're stacking our shoulders, stacking our hips. If we like, we can release the left hand down towards the mat, but we don't have to. Keep just a little bit of softness in the left knee. Lift the gaze nice and high. Big breath into the right side body. Nice job. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we'll come back up. And we'll go ahead, lift the left toes. We're going to turn both toes to point forward. Reach the fingertips up nice and high for our star pose. From here, we're going to just release into a wide-legged forward fold. So we're going to keep a nice neutral spine. Nice flat back all the way till we release our hands to the mat. Again, toes are pointing forward here. And we're just going to kind of soften the knees. If we like, we can walk our hands back behind us, drawing ourselves just as deep into this fold as we need to be. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, we're going to gently come out of it. So we're going to come up to our fingertips like a half lift. Flatten the back just like we practice hands to shins. So draw the shoulders together. Nice job. And then from here, we'll soften the knees, sweep the arms out and up. And then we're going to practice our half moon. So we're going to take those left toes again, point them forward. So our feet are going to be perpendicular, just like we're in our warrior two, but a little bit less softness in this left knee. We're going to take a big breath here, inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to step either with a kickstand using the right foot, or we're going to lift the right leg and release the left fingertips down to the mat. Woo, stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. Nice job. And we can stay here. Again, we can always use this right foot kind of as a kickstand, but most of our weight is going to be on that left leg. If we like, we can candy cane the right leg. So we're going to reach for the ankle or the top of the foot and just get a nice like extra little quadricep stretch here. So we're going to really open up through that shoulder and through the chest. Kicking the foot into the hand. Big breath, inhale and exhale. One more. If we've extended or we've reached for that foot, we're going to extend the leg long. Once again, half moon, inhale, exhale. We're going to come back out of it. Keep turn toes, both toes forward. Beautiful. Again, we're going to release to that forward fold. So we're just going to hinge at the hips. Maybe taking the hands to the shins. So allowing this flat back and open heart to lead us all the way down into this wide-legged fold. Breathe into the space in your low back. Relax the head. Shake it yes, shake it no. Good job. And then we'll go ahead once again. Inhale, come to that half lift. Pause here, so we're going to allow our kind of head to equilibrate a little bit. And then next inhale, we're just going to reach the arms out to the sides at shoulder height. From here, we're going to move through that whole sequence second side. So we're just going to pivot on the right heel, turn the right toes toward the front of the mat. So feet are perpendicular again. And we're going to settle into our warrior two here. So pressing through the pinky toe side of the left foot. We're going to open up the right knee. So if we look at our right knee, we should be able to see our big toe. And we're going to bring our shoulders back over our hips. Nice job. And then we're going to move through that peaceful warrior. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse. Left hand comes under the body as the right hand reaches over. And then we'll switch sides. So creating space in that side body. Nice job. Just moving with your breath. I kind of feel like a piece of seaweed, or one of those beautiful like sea animals in the ocean, just moving back and forth with the waves. So think about your breath here washing over you like a wave. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead, come back to warrior 2. Next inhale. And exhale, we'll extend the right leg, moving back to triangle. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, we're going to take our right hand to our shin, left fingertips up toward the ceiling. And if we like, we can release the fingertips down toward the floor, but we don't ever have to touch the floor. Keep a bit of softness in the right knee. And just breathe here. Big breath into that left side body. So think about stacking the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades together, wrapping the spine. One more big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we'll gently come back out of it. Arms parallel to the floor. We're going to lift the right toes and point them back forward. And we're going to release back to this forward fold. So it's almost like our hips tip kind of back behind us. Our knees are soft. We could take our hands to our shins or to the mat and just walk yourself again just as deep into this fold as feels good to you. Reconnect with your breath here. And then as we're ready, we'll come back. Inhale, half lift. Pause here for a moment. And then next inhale, soften the knees. We're going to come back up, bring the arms parallel to the floor at shoulder height. And then again, we're going to prepare for that half moon second side. So we're going to turn the right toes back toward the front of the mat. Take a big inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the left leg, flex that foot, and release the right fingertips down toward the mat. Woo, nice job. So remember, we can always use our left leg here kind of as a kickstand. If we had a block or a chair, we could use that under the right hand. We're going to think about stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Good. And we can stay here. If we'd like to candy cane that leg, we'll bend the right leg, reach back for the top of the foot or the ankle, and really open up the left shoulder here. So that top leg is candy cane. Good. Remember, this is just an option. It's a nice stretch for the quadricep. One more big breath here. Inhale. If we've bent that knee, we'll extend the leg, come back to half moon. Inhale here in half moon, and exhale. We'll come back up, turning both toes forward. Reach the fingertips high. Nice job. From here, we're going to turn the toes out and just sit the hips back down for goddess pose. Bend the elbows, bend the knees. Nice job. Inhale, reach up, find length. And exhale to goddess pose. Last one here. Inhaling, squeezing up, reaching out. And exhaling, drawing in. Beautiful. Inhale to star. From here, we're going to turn and step back to the top of the mat. Nice job. Last time here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Flat back. Exhale, take the hands to the mat, and we'll return to downward facing dog. Last downward facing dog of our practice today. Just pause here. If you'd like to find some movement, feel free to, or feel free to just hold your spot, this posture, noticing the space you've created. Next inhale, we'll come back to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, carefully lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Inhale, find that heart lift, spinal extension, cobra pose. Exhale, push up and back to child's pose. So we're going to bend the knees, release the sits bones down toward the heels, spread the fingers, release the forehead down to the mat. And come back to your breath. Notice how your rib cages expand as you inhale and how they relax as you exhale. Notice the release you've created for your body and your mind. And as we're ready, next inhale, we'll just come back through that table and we're going to come into our seated position. Then we'll bring the feet to the mat in front of us. And we're going to sit up really nice and tall. And a last little bit of hip opening work. So we're going to reach underneath. It doesn't matter which side we go to, but we're going to reach underneath for our ankle. And we're going to bring that ankle next to the seat beside us. So if this is uncomfortable, or if you can't, if both sits bones are not square on the mat, we're going to keep that leg extended long. If we can, bring our ankle next to our seat and keep both sits bones on the mat. We're going to cross the other leg over the knee. And if the leg's extended, we'll just cross that foot over the extended leg. And we can stay here. Or if we'd like, we can take this into a little bit of a spinal twist. So whatever leg is crossed over, that same arm is going to reach forward. And we're going to twist toward the bent knee. Allow that arm to come to the mat behind us. Maybe taking the elbow to the outside of the knee, maybe wrapping the knee with the elbow. And we're going to sit up really tall here. Take some big breaths into your belly. One more full breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we'll gently unwind. And again, we have the option to stay here, or we're going to stack the knees one on top of the other. So we're going to bring both ankles next to the seat for our cow face pose. I used to practice yoga with a guy who called this mad cow face. But we're going to breathe here. It might feel really nice if you have a block or something to sit up on, just to give your hips a little bit of extra space. And then whichever leg is on top, that same arm is going to reach out in front, and we'll cross the elbows. Other arm comes on top, and we can start here by giving ourselves just a nice hug. So reaching back for your shoulder blades. And we can stay here. If we are able to cross the elbows, we can come into our eagle arms. So bringing our forearms together or finding that full bind with the hands. And we're going to gently draw the elbows down toward the belly button. And inhale, lift the elbows toward the face. And gently unwind. We'll release the arms and we'll release those legs. Nice job. Bringing both feet to the mat in front of you once again. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and we'll switch sides. So we're going to reach underneath for our opposite ankle if we're able, or we'll just extend the leg. And then we'll bring that ankle to the opposite side of the seat, cross the other leg over. And we can stay here, or we're going to reach into that twist. So whatever leg is crossed over, that same arm reaches forward, and we're going to follow our hand back behind our back with our gaze, sitting up really tall. So we're going to use that arm to push us into a nice tall position. And we can wrap the other leg, or we could take the elbow to the outside of the knee. So we don't want any pain or strain here. But we're going to release the spine. It's a nice stretch for our lats and upper back. Nice opener for our chest. Again, big breaths into the belly, inhaling and exhaling. One more full breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we'll gently release, turning back forward. And again, we have the option to stay here. This might be enough of a hip stretch. Or we can take the other ankle next to us, trying to stack our knees. So again, I kind of lift my hips here to get my knees stacked. It would be nice to have something to sit on. Or we can release our seat all the way back down to the mat. We're going to sit up tall and breathe into the stretch. And then again, whatever leg is on top, we're going to extend the same arm. The other arm's going to cross over, and we're just going to wrap ourselves up. Give ourselves a big hug, just feeling gratitude for this moment and this breath. And we can stay here. If our arms are our elbows are fully able to cross, we can come into those eagle arms. Nice job. And again, we're going to kind of draw the shoulders down, draw the elbows down toward the belly without rounding the back. So sometimes we do this a nice round back, but we're going to keep the back nice and neutral. And then inhale, we'll draw the elbows up toward the face. And then we'll gently release the arms and uncross the legs. And at this point, feel free to continue on with your yoga practice. I'm going to lead us through a short Shavasana. So in Shavasana, remember you can stay there as long as you wish. Otherwise, I will just lead us through a nice short release. So as we inhale, we'll just sit up really tall. And then as we exhale, we'll gently move all the way down onto our back, drawing the knees into the chest. And maybe rock side to side. And then we're just going to wrap our arms around our legs. Give ourselves a big hug. And the next time we breathe in, we'll engage every muscle. So squeeze every muscle super tight. Kind of everything is active and strong. We'll take a huge breath. Hold it for a second, and as we exhale, completely release to your Shavasana. Just coming into a position that feels good to you. It might feel nice just to extend the legs long. And we can allow our entire body to release here. If you like, allow the eyes to be heavy and close. Soften the muscles in your face and release your jaw. Invite this effect to transcend through every muscle in your body. Finding complete and total surrender here in your Shavasana. And again, feel free to stay here as long as you wish. When you're ready, just gently drawing your awareness back to your breath. And then your body. I wanted to leave you with one thought this morning. Philippians 4 verses 6 and 7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." Thank you so much for being here, for practicing your yoga with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. God bless you.